good. Okay, so here we are in Twickenham, home of Sporting Wine Club, and I'm with the great David Millar. So Hugh McCarty is behind the camera today, but the reason for this is that Simon Berry from colalife.org and I are cycling from Cannes to Cannes. It's sea to sea. 7 years ago we did Boulogne to Biarritz. This year we're doing Cannes to Cannes. It's 1,200 kilometers over 9 days. And I thought this guy might be able to give me a couple of words of advice and probably share it with everybody on the video.
Well, my words of advice would be, probably number one, don't do it. It's going to be too hard. Number two, now actually to the practicalities of it, I think you should probably never underestimate it. You're going to have small gears on your bike, be very prepared, get the right clothing, make sure you eat properly, and always understand it's bike riding. Don't worry about speed, just go from A to B.
Okay. So tell me, we're going to have obviously some pretty sore mornings where, you know, we're a little bit, we're 60, you know, these guys, we're getting on a bit, but we're raising money for a great cause in Zambia and Tanzania. The toughest time for me, I found on the last ride, was the early morning and the end of the day, when psychologically, you know, you wake up, you got to get on the bike, and what can you do in your head? Because obviously a large part of sport is in your head. What do you do?
Well, cycling is a funny thing. You wake up and you hate yourself, and it's really hard, but actually once you get on the bike and you start doing it, it's not so bad. And give yourself micro goals, so if it's 50 Ks, break it up into 5K blocks, or if it's 100 Ks, in 10K blocks. Give yourself little micro goals, and then you have a halfway point, but never think of the overall distance. I even did that as racing. Right. You'd always split it up. So never think of the total distance, always break it up into small, manageable kind of distances.
Okay, so we're talking coffee, lunch, whatever the French do, mid-afternoon, and then obviously the end of the day. Can I have a glass of wine, or should I probably stay off that? What do you reckon?
Well, it depends on if you're at the front of the group. If you're first, waiting for the group to come up, have a glass of wine for sure.
Okay.
If you're last, probably not a good idea. I think always, once you enter into the third quarter, then you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Never touch a glass of wine or a beer in the first half.
So
make sure you're home straight.
Okay.
And then also just make sure that by the time you get to the finish, it still is attractive to have a glass of beer. If you get to the finish and you don't want a glass of beer or a glass of wine, then you've gone too deep.
It's not been a tough day.
Yeah.
Okay. So the great David Millar, Nigel Boulding, Simon Berry, colalife.org. Please contribute if you can. It's all going to help save children's lives in Zambia and Tanzania. It's a wonderful project, and probably going to be the second toughest thing I do after Boulogne to Biarritz is Cannes to Cannes, but let's do it.
And how is the longest you've cycled in the past?
Recently, around the Surrey Hills, I guess 80 miles, but that's, you know, that's England. I'd rather do it in France, quite honestly.
Hills, Surrey Hills?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, come on, I mean, you can probably help me through this.
120, do you know that one?
No, which one's that?
And Humpledown or something.
Is that the Holmbury Hill or Leaf Hill or Boxhill?
No.
The man behind the camera now has probably done Boxhill a few times. He's probably quite good at that. Is it easy?
David, do you know the steep one in the Surrey Hills?
There's a few of them, Hugh.
Leaf Hill, Holmbury
Hugh,
Hill.
I think just to finish this off before it drags on, just nobody wants to watch it.
Anyway,
Hugh, what? Because they can cut this, you can cut this and change it. So, Hugh, what would be your tip to this crew?
My tip is always get a good strong bike and then wear that bike cape, so that green cape's on the top, and then just go, fuck it, I'm just going to go and do it.
Yeah, but he is from Scotland, and let's be fair, he's never been as far south as we're going to Cannes. David Millar, thank you very much indeed. colalife.org, please help. Do whatever you can do.
Thank you.
Thank you.